Hey fellow Brick fans, DJ Briggs here, back from another video, and today I have a Lego set review. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Ring that bell so you're aware of whenever I upload new content, because YouTube is horrible at that. Lego DC stuff I tend to upload every Monday. Smash that like button as well, share and comment, all that jazz, so my channel can reach more fanatics. But getting into today's video, I have a review on a Lego Batman at this point 2021 set. It is set number 76188. It is the Batman Classic TV series Batmobile. It comes with 345 pieces, is recommended for building ages 7 and up, and costs $30 here in the United States, it's spring release here, and it's based off the classic TV series, the 1960s Adam West show that is well known as a part of Batman lore. Why it's being released now in 2021, have no idea, but it is a nice version of the Batmobile, so let's take a closer look at this set to deconstruct it and see how it stacks up, starting as always with the minifigures. Right, so looking at the first figure, of course, it's Batman in that 1960s outfit made famous by Adam West. This is actually our second time getting this, but the printing has kind of been updated since the last time we got it. It's no longer that first version was printed on a sand blue torso with some sand blue printing on the legs there, just to kind of emulate the color of Adam West's suit on the TV show here, but now it's just in plain gray. He also doesn't have dual molded legs like that other version did. The cowl is printed the same, though it is reprinted here. He's got a nice starchy fabric spongy cape there. Lifting it up, you can see the back printing, which includes the zipper to the costume, which is actually accurate. Taking his helmet off, he does have a new face print exclusive for this variant to kind of represent Adam West there. It does suffer from that same problem we get with almost any Batman now, which is the face and light printing isn't opaque enough for the figure. But he does have two nice expressions there. The goggles to white out the eyes when the cowl is on, even though this is a live action portrayal of the character. So those white lenses don't really work. And of course, it's Batman. He comes with a batarang as an accessory. So next up, the only other figure is, of course, Joker. Can't really have a Batman set without him, but this, like Batman, is also representing Cesar Romero's portrayal, and we previously did get that in that Batcave set. Here it's just reprinted. There's actually, unlike Batman, there's very little change to the printing other than some slight coloration, slight detailing. You get some nice torso print on the back there. He comes with a grapple gun made out of a few simple pieces, including that Overwatch gun there. He does have that Widow's Peak here, again in lime green. And he does have a very nice face print where, just like the original, they did manage to capture the fact that Cesar Romero didn't shave his mustache for the part, so they just painted over it. So they did replicate that nicely here with his facial expression. You can kind of see a mustache printed above the mouth there, which is really nice. And flipping around, you do get a different expression for the Joker. Again, that mustache is represented very nicely. I do miss that we don't have Romero's iconic face for when he laughed as the Joker. That was included on that figure with that Batcave set, but that does it for the figures. Sadly, we didn't get a Robin figure in this set. So on to the builds. So looking at the main builds of the set, you do get a nice model of the 60s Batmobile, and then you get this little plaque with a dais to display on if you want. We're gonna look at the Batmobile first here. So looking at it, I will say that it is very similar in shaping and construction to to the Batmobile that we got with that Batcave set, though it is updated a lot with more modern pieces and more up-to-date shaping, especially up here with the hood. The front look of the car here is very nicely done. That is a sticker on the front there. You get some really nice shaping with the headlights here and the front of the car. Definitely looks like a bat on the front there. That front fender here is constructed very nicely. I was actually impressed with that. You do have some stud shooters on the front here, as I mentioned, for a little bit of playability for the kids here. I will admit that launching them off and putting them back on, because they are embedded so deep into this thing, it's kind of a hard thing to do, but in a little bit we'll get into that. You can swap that out and replace them with something else to make it just look like a regular Batmobile on the dais. That's included here. You have a nice little thing representing the little the front hood ornament there, which is nice. A nice part usage for the shaping of the windows there. Very recreated very nicely. You have some nice wheels here used with a 1x1 printed tile there, which is very nice. It comes on all four wheels, and it uses those Speed Champions ones very nicely. You get a sticker right there, and it is repeated on the other side of the door there, which recreates that nicely. You do get 2 seats for this Batmobile, accurate to the show again. One steering, one for Robin, which again, that just makes Robin's absence in the sets quite baffling to me. You do have the phone he uses to contact Commissioner Gordon with, or Alfred, in the main armrest there. You do have a couple of stickers there representing various controls of the Batmobile. You get the classic archway with a siren there. And then back here, you get some even more nice shaping with the fins. These are angled however you want. They do tend to break off pretty easily, as you can see, but if you get them properly attached and angled, they're supposed to be angled like that, but you can angle them however you want. Back of the Batmobile, you get some even more nice shaping with some more modern parts with the thruster here as well. You get two little stickers here to represent the parachutes that deploy to slow the Batmobile down after the thruster. I will note that those are pretty much a pain to put on correctly. So watch out for that. I don't know why that wasn't printed. But you have nice part usage here for the hood of the trunk. That's relatively a new piece introduced last year, and it comes in this set in black. Very rare color for that. Opening it up, you get some nice storage here for pretty much whatever you want, but they designate a spare bearing in here, as well as the spare shots for stud shooters, and that you have these pieces which they substitute in the stud shooters. So let's get into that. And there you go. The stud shooters are taken out. It's fairly an easy process. You just take out a couple pieces. The instruction walks you right through it, and it does look really slick with those stud shooters not there. So I actually like how it looks without the stud shooters. But you can just put the stud shooters back in that trunk if you want it like that. But let's get into the little dais here. It does have a little spinning thing, and part of it with a tag and the axle there, just for to attach the Batmobile to, obviously. I will note that this breaks apart very easily. It's only attached by a handful of studs, so just watch out for that. You get a massive sticker right here. It's just a informational plaque telling you about this version of the Batmobile, where it came from, and the various different specs of the Batmobile. So opening this thing up, actually flipping it around, you do have this round circle thing, which is specifically just put on the bottom here to attach to the dais. You can also see on the bottom here just exactly how the wheels are attached, which is a very ingenious part usage, if I have to say so myself. But it just lines up the hole with the hole in that one. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but you do have to line it up, studs and all, with it. But once it clicks in, it's pretty secure. It'll stay on there, and it'll let you rotate the Batmobile. If you rotate it in certain angles, you do get that cool like slanted angle, just because of the weight of the actual vehicle, which wouldn't leave it in there in that position too long, but it does create quite a dynamic pose for this display. So that does it for looking at the main build of the set. Let's move on to the extra pieces, instructions, the box, and then I'll meet you back up for my final verdict. So looking at the extra pieces for this set, you do get a fairly standard mix here of just various plates and slopes and stud and tiles in different colors. A couple extra Technic pieces here, extra trigger for the stud shooter in case you need it. Because it's a Batman set with bearing, you do get one extra, and then you do get an extra one of those printed tiles that go on the hubcaps of the Batmobile. But that does it for the extra pieces here. Getting into the instructions, my instructions were kind of shoved into the box, as you can see, kind of folded up a little bit. Of course, on the cover you have the product shot from the front of the box, as well as that QR code so you can build it with the app if you so choose. You do have that little image showing you how to properly build the set, as well as more on the actual app there. And then the build here is split up into 3 bags, and it takes about 79 pages of building. The actual build wraps up around page 73 here, but these extra steps just show you how to take the guns out and replace them with just basic parts, so you can not have those stud shears out if you don't want them. And then the back of the instructions is show the rebuild the world thing with a nice little cool helicopter with hot dogs and then a tree there, kind of cute. And then the back of the instructions just show parts inventory if you need them, as well as the back has that pirate on there. But that does it for the instructions. Okay, so looking at the box here, it's a standard DC Batman's design that we've been seeing since 2019, with the Lego and the Batman logo in the corner there. Batman on the side there, the DC logo. You get a nice product shot of the set of the Batmobile coming out of the 60s entrance to the cave. You got the set specs there. You do have the Batman Classic TV series logo, just letting you know that this is an official product from that show. The actual size is has the 1960s Batman sporting it. And then the back of the box, of course, just has a few alternate product shots of the set showing off various features, as well as that display stand that comes with. But that does it for the box. Let's move on to... so going over my final thoughts for the set, the build of the Batmobile and the little Deus it comes on is fairly nice. It's actually a nice, fairly accurate representation of the Adam West Batmobile. Again, my only issue with it is some of the choices of the stud shooters. That play feature is integrated horribly, and it distracts from the model, which again, I appreciate some play feature for the kids, but that was kind of implemented rather terribly, in my opinion. But the build is generally sturdy, aside from the little silver things at the back of the exhaust, and the fins, if you mess around with them too much, as well as the plaque on the Deus tends to fall off if you're not careful. Going into the minifigures, Batman and Joker are pretty standard at this point for a Batmobile set. For a Lego DC set, pretty standard. Although, again, Robin should have been in the set. We should have gotten Batman, Robin, and Joker, considering that that's what the Adam West show was known for. And the Adam West Batmobile is a 2-seater. Batman always went with Robin, so again, he should have been in here. I don't know why he's not. But quality-wise, my instructions were once again folded into the box, rather shoved, rather. And of course, as always, Batman's head remains a consistent issue with me, and the paleness on his head. For the price, $30 for this set in the US here. It's fairly worth it for adults. It's a nice thing to have a collector's version of the 1960s Batmobile as a nice little buildable collectible thing, as well as having figures of Adam West Batman and the Joker from that show. especially if you missed out on the first time with that UCS Batcave that came out a few years back, this is a great set to pick up if you missed out on that. For kids, they're not going to care for like the plaque or anything. It's just a Batmobile with Batman and Joker. It's going to sell to them just because it's a set. It's a Batman set with a Batmobile and Batman and Joker. It's gonna appeal to them. It doesn't really matter that it's what it's actually based off of. So all in all, I think this is a great set. I just question why in 2021 we're getting a Adam West Batman set out of the blue, out of nowhere. It's not even an anniversary year of the show, to my knowledge. So it's just weird, but it is still a great set with all its flaws. So it's going to get an 8 out of 10 from me. Just really great set. I don't know if I've said it enough. Great to have the Batmobile in case anybody missed it. But that does it for this video. Comment below. Let me know what you think about this set in the comments. And I always look forward to having this discussion with you guys. But until next time, keep building.